It's that crazy time of year again, isn't it? Overwhelm, wrapping overwhelm. Everything is about wrapping stuff up. And I'm not talking just Christmas presents, because you're not even thinking about the actual wrapping up of Christmas presents yet, I bet. You're currently stuck in this crazy time of year where you're trying to wrap up work projects. Only you don't have until the end of the year because there's Christmas. And Christmas is lovely in so many ways, but come on, it just stole 2 weeks off the end of your year, and you have so many hard deadlines that you just have to get stuff completed for. So you're under even more pressure than normal, because on top of these crazy end of year deadlines that aren't really at the end of the years because Christmas and the holidays stole the 2 weeks at the end of the year, on top of all of that, you've got the shorter and shorter days if you're here in the Western Hemisphere, where it's crazy. Time just seems to be shrinking. Everything's getting faster because suddenly it's 4 o'clock and it looks like bedtime. And although, I don't know, I try really hard to be appreciative of the fact that the gift of that is you don't have to get up early to see the sunrise or stay up late for the sunset, because it's brought to you on a plate, quite literally, because it's just there at inappropriate times of day, in my opinion. I don't know, it just always makes me feel pressured. The days are too short. I want bigger days and I want more energy, so I can get all of the exciting things and all of the things. I just want to get all of the things done. I just want to keep everyone happy. I just want it all. And yet the days are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And yeah, there's no time. Where did all the time suddenly go? It's near the end of 2024, right? Crazy. It's like special, intense overwhelm. It's the special time of year for seasonal overwhelm. The pressure of wrapping everything up. Work projects, Christmas plans, Christmas presents that make everybody feel loved and individually appreciated. Trying to wrap up all those travel plans and the family Christmas chess game of who goes where, when and what, and where does everybody sleep, and do they stay and do they not stay, and is that person going to be really difficult and drain everybody's energy and upset everyone, and who eats what these days, who knows. All of the things where you just want to make it a really special time of year, but man, your brain is so soaked of all of the other pressures that you've already got. And on top of that, there's all the socialising as well. And then there's the socialising results in less sleep. And then there's the winter snuffles, which steal your energy and then lay you flat. And then you're like, I just lost 2 days work because I was really out of it with this weird flu-like stuff, but it wasn't quite flu, so I didn't quite let myself off the hook and just rest. Oh, it's just like crazy. It happens every year, right? What's this about? As if things couldn't get any more overwhelming. Along comes, ta-da, seasonal overwhelm. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Heidi, Marke, the Gentle Rebel Coach, and I help you gently but firmly rebel against the nonsense that to have the life you want, you have to push through overwhelm into exhaustion. You don't. Overwhelm is optional. Let me see if I can do this right. Overwhelm is optional. My camera's not mirroring. Oh, anyway, overwhelm is optional. That's my book. I have a podcast of the same name, and now I'm very excited that I'm gonna just ta-da on YouTube. Even though at 56, the whole videos online thing is just new. Let's not call it weird. Let's just call it new. So I'm gonna get used to it. Anyway, welcome. This channel is for you if you are big-hearted, you love keeping people happy, you're really generous, you are the go-to person to get things done, you never let people down, or you try really hard not to let people down, you're really conscientious, you like to do a really, really good job, you're really good at your job, you pride yourself on being good at your job and being able to kick ass and get loads of wonderful things done, you're really dependable, you are valued for that, but you probably don't value yourself enough for that. And what else? Big-hearted, highly conscientious, and you're also highly driven, which means that you want a lot. You want a full life, and not only do you want the full life where you get lots of things done and you have lots of things in it, well-paid, meaningful, satisfying work, and to feel really energetic and vibrant and happy and make everybody around you happy. You want all of the things. And I didn't even mention all of the things, you know, the dream house, everything, the good relationships, the health, the holidays, that you want to live life to the full, right? You're highly driven, you want a lot. And because of that, because you are highly conscientious and big-hearted and highly driven, that's like a perfect storm for burnout. Because you want a lot, but you also want to do it really well, and you don't want to let anyone down. Ta-da! Welcome to my world. I imploded my life through burnout. When was it? 5 or 6 years ago? 5 years ago? I don't know. Anyway, 2019. It was coming along for a good 8 years before that, when I wrote a blog entitled "I Love My Job, but It's Killing Me." And I never solved that dilemma between well-paid, meaningful work, which I was good at, and being able to feel like myself, to actually enjoy the life I'd worked so hard for. I couldn't figure it out. I tried everything. I tried all of the positive psychology stuff. My degree is psychology. I tried the yoga, the meditation, the mindfulness, the journaling, all of the things. And I just added more things to my must-do list, my self-care list, my must-read list, my get better at list. I just added to my overwhelm with all of the things I needed to do in order to be able to cope with the life that I'd worked so hard to create for myself. So when I imploded my life and burnt out, losing my health, my confidence, my professional respect, my position of responsibility where I could make other people happy, oh my goodness, I lost a lot. And yeah, I'm grateful for it in many ways. I'm also not grateful I'm not going to go with the whole, oh yeah, that was really good, that life crisis. Yeah, there are good things about it, and I've found the treasure in it. But I still don't think that we have to implode our lives to find the treasure. What if there's an easier way? What if you can just learn from let me be your terrible warning. So it's taken me, I'm 56 now, and it's taken me most of my life to realise that my number one job is to look after myself properly. I just didn't know that. I didn't understand about boundaries. I thought they were things you had to build. I didn't get them. They didn't make any sense to me. I'm too generous. It's like, what are boundaries? I didn't understand that looking after myself first was not an indulgence. It was a requirement if I wanted to be able to live the life that I wanted, which is very full and requires a lot of energy and health. Oh my goodness, I've learned so much. And the number one thing I've learned is that finding your own way to live your life matters, and that in order to do that, we need to get out of our heads. I don't know about you, but I can eat information for breakfast. I'm very, very good at geeking out on things and overloading my mind. I love that. I enjoy that process, but I became disconnected from my heart and from my body. I kept ignoring the needs of my body and the sadness in my heart. That eventually felt like quite a pressure here, like somebody's stopping. Do you ever get that? It's like somebody's stopping me doing what I really want to do. Where's my joy? Anyway, I will talk about this more in future videos. You can find out more on my podcast, Overwhelm is Optional, particularly either the first episode or the 200th episode, where I reflect on the distance between the first and the 200th episode, which is quite useful and a lovely celebration, and also a testament to what does happen when we learn to gently rebel against the nonsense that to have the life you want, you have to push through overwhelm into exhaustion. You don't. Overwhelm is optional, and making it optional matters, because when we decide we're done with overwhelm, that we're going to find a different way to live, and that is our unique way of living, when we start to support the mind so it's not overwhelmed, so it can be used for what it's good at, which is when it has clarity and it's supported to get into a state of flow to do the deep, meaningful, interesting, meaty work that those of us with those kind of brains need, that cognitive stimulation, rather than using it to store lots of information and rehearse thoughts of doom and gloom, and just like the stuff that causes the overwhelm, the clogging it up. Once we learn to support the mind and live more skillfully, we can use the mind for what it's good at, which is focusing once it has clarity. But I have found that connecting to the heart matters for that, because finding what really matters to you, if you think about everything you do is in order to change the way you feel, and what we actually want is to feel more joy. If you work it out as a really deep level, and I will go into this more detail in more videos, but what we really want in the end is to feel more joy. So joy is from in the heart. Joy is a heart-filling thing. When we disconnect from the heart because we think logic, the mind's saying, no, this needs to be done, because when the mind gets overwhelmed, it goes into that panicky, all of these things must be done. They're all equally important, but they're not all equally important. Your heartfelt priorities are. And when we can learn to work with the heart, we can support the mind in focusing on what matters most to us, what will bring most joy to us. And also when we listen to the body, obviously that's going to help with the mind-body connection, helps enormously with health and energy. But more than that, it can support the mind, because when you have this groundedness in the body, you can allow the nervous system to function properly, to reset, to calm, to be soothed. And then the overwhelm lifts. The overwhelm lifts. And when the overwhelm lifts, you have clarity, you have the ability to focus and to focus your priorities and to work really hard at the most important things that will ultimately bring you most joy and fulfillment. Anyway, that's a quick outline of the Gentle Rebellion. There's loads more coming. Please subscribe. I'm so excited. I have 40 subscribers. I had 4 and I haven't even really started yet. I've had the channel for a while, but I was kind of using it to store workshop videos and just dabbling a little bit. My podcast and my book is where I've been mainly focused, and I'm delighted to be here. I'm really grateful for the opportunity of YouTube, and I find that really funny to say at 56, because man, it's a different world than when I was younger. But I'm really grateful that I can just make these videos, and if one person feels seen and heard, oh my goodness, that makes me happy. So please do. Oh, Ruby's come. I have 3 Cavalier dogs, and Ruby's just jumped up to say hello or to get a hug, haven't you? So anyway, looks like we're ending on a Cavalier puppy shot, which is lovely. So thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. I'm really excited to have all of you here subscribing, all 40 of you. It's lovely. Thank you. See you again soon. Bye.